So this is video number 4. 4. By the way, in case you hadn't realized, we are wearing shirts by Naturally Supreme, which we got this weekend during All-Star Weekend. Hers says Naturally Supreme. It's got the baseball sleeves. Mine says I fro. Because, well, I froze. I was going to get the I Twist shirt, but they didn't have any more. And we're back again. So, yeah. This video is actually just a little bit about our natural hair and how we got down this road and where we are now.
So, I think I'm the only one who's pretty much been natural the whole time. There was a brief point in time where I had a texturizer and I had a perm for about 6 months. That didn't really work out.
So, yeah. I was an 80s baby, so my aunt thought it was cool to remove the curl from my hair only to put in a jerry curl. Somebody explain to me why. I don't know. I'm never going to understand. Because to this day, I still try and figure it out. And then I got to be a big girl and I went to middle school and I was like, oh, everybody's wearing their hair straight, so yeah. Plus, curls were out. I had been trying to get rid of the curl. And she decided that right before 6th grade, we were going to relax it. Because my aunt is a beautician.
Supposedly.
Filled with bad judgment.
Yes.
She's a beautician that is completely against the natural hair. So I went through that period. During middle school and high school, I pretty much got relaxed regularly. And then after graduation, I went in to have a trim done to remove the damaged ends. And I came out just about faded up. Did not approve.
She had a good 3 inches of hair. She's very dramatic.
I just want to say when I left the beauty shop, she curled my hair with the pencil curlers. You tell me who was almost faded.
She also cried that day.
I did. That was a whole lot of hair that I had lost onto the ground because of foolishness that I did not want.
She only had a bob. She had a shoulder length bob. She didn't have that much hair to begin with.
All right. So I had been having it cut into the bob. Nevertheless, I had never had my hair cut that short.
She lost 6 inches of hair and cried.
Don't judge me. It was my hair.
Anyway, that concludes her natural hair journey. Because
now
we're here.
Then, after that, I rocked it with just the brush and the conditioner for a while. And I, under some very, very ill-fated advice, I went back to the relaxer, or as some people call it, the creamy crack. Wasn't that for me because I didn't really like it. Burned the heck out of my scalp. Like, chemical burns from the time we did one perm to about a week before the next perm. So yeah, I wasn't happy. I tried the kitty perms. I tried the gentle perms. I tried the organic perms.
And actually, adverse to popular belief, they're all the same. They all have the same stuff in them, no matter if it's kid safe or not. There is no such thing as a kid safe perm. No such thing.
And my scalp will tell that tale. So yeah, I went through that back and forth, back and forth. Then I went to the point of whereas I was only getting a perm maybe every 6 months or so. And then I was like, okay, yeah, I got pregnant with the mini-me. I was like, well, I don't want him to have these chemicals in his body because I had been reading, some of us do that. Nevertheless. And so I decided that.
She means black people.
I just mean people in general. I didn't mean, it didn't have anything to do with race. Just, oh, I'm saying, really? Nevertheless.
My apologies.
So I decided to just go ahead and I was like, I'm pregnant. I'm not combing this hair anyway. So I big chopped. I didn't transition. I just big chopped. Even though I will say that the person who big chopped me cut off more hair than was necessary. Because some of that hair she cut off was natural. But I'm not going to talk about it.
We can't be sure that.
Nevertheless, that was 3 years ago this past January. And I know y'all are thinking, 3 years ago, You should know what you're doing with your hair. Well, unfortunately not. Because for the first 2.5 years, I had somebody else styling it. I had a natural hairstylist. So I didn't know what products to look for. All I was doing was washing and going. I didn't know what I should not have in my shampoo or my conditioner. And so here we are. And then maybe last November, I found YouTube and all of the naturalness. Oh my God, a whole new world. So I figured maybe there are some people out there like me who maybe don't know and been natural for a while because they're letting somebody else do their hair. And so, yeah, this is 3 years natural. I had
It's not quite 3 years worth of growth, though.
It's not quite because I had a trim about a month ago of that much hair.
Because someone decided to try the Brazilian keratin treatment that was supposedly semi-permanent, and the curl was supposed to come back.
And we're still working on it. And so, yeah.
So this is not technically her natural hair texture right now.
Well, at the roots
For
it is.
most of it.
And as you can see, there are some thinner pieces. And so, yeah.
That's kind of where the keratin treatment is.
Right, and so, I should not have worn the black shirt. But we are, as far as hair growth, we are here. That's what it pulled, which I don't generally do. That's a piece in the back, and let's see. And that is what the length looks like in the front. As you can tell, I'm a natural who colors. And yeah, I never know when I'm going to color. And I just kind of move on with my life. That's my hair.
So, as I said earlier, I've pretty much always been natural, kind of, sort of. There was a brief period from about middle school to about high school graduation where I was getting the texturizers because they were forced upon me. I was held down and texturized.
Again, by the same aunt. She's something serious. Like you don't want to meet her in the back alley. I'm afraid of her.
A couple months into my freshman year of college, I decided to cut all my hair off, which traumatized the hell out of my aunt because I had exactly 2 inches of hair.
That's what we do. Our goal these days are to see what we can do to upset her. Like, her biggest thing for holidays is, you should have something done with your hair.
And you know what we do?
Wash and goes!
Or we get it twisted.
No.
It's not better. She
We
doesn't
don't-
like that anymore than
We don't really get it twisted for the
wash and
holidays.
goes.
Like, we'll get it twisted into a fancy style
And then
for a
it'll be-
regular day, and then take it all down right before holiday and wash and go.
Because that's who we do in our lives.
That's where we are as people.
So, when I first got it cut, I did have the lady straighten it. I had to straighten it with a flat iron. Because, again, it was 2 inches of hair. I needed to feel like I had hair. I didn't cry, though. This one cried.
I didn't cry when I went natural. I had it cut off, and then I wore coil twist, and then I went to kinky twist for the rest of the pregnancy, maybe a few months after, and I was like, yeah, I'm good. I've got hair now.
So, I think for the first, year of my natural career, I was going to the beautician, the natural hair lady, every 2 weeks. Because I was not used to having that little hair. I didn't know what the hell to do with it.
Like, we knew what to do with her natural, we just didn't know what to do with that little of her natural.
About 6 months into me having the natural, I had it dyed blonde. It's supposed to be a nice toned down brown color. Something went awry.
We went too far.
This was about the beautician. We went too far.
Her and the lady got together, and she was blonde, and then
I was actually platinum before I left the shop. We fixed it with some cinnamon inside the shop before I went home.
I just want to say, when I got her,
it was a nice orangey color.
She was the orange side of brown.
Traumatized the heck out of my mother, who feels as though if you're going to color your hair, you should run this color that you're showing her. You should run the color buyer. Which did. I ran the brown color buyer.
That's just not what we ended up with.
So, I let that grow out a little bit. Wore that for about 2 years. Decided to cut the blonde off and rock this natural color. See what it was going to do. Decided I didn't like the natural color. It's a little too dark for me. Don't dig it. I'm a little pale. My hair is naturally, a little darker than this. My hair is actually darker than her hair. which is, it's really not good if you don't have a tan. It's really not.
And my hair actually lightens in the summer. Hers doesn't. Mine will go just about red in the summer.
Mine does nothing. It reflects no sunlight. It does none of that. So,
especially if I get in the pool,
I recently went this nice red color. As you can tell in the videos, you can see some. I think our first video, my hair is dark, and then the next one, my hair is red. And I have a scissor addiction. I actually get my hair cut about every year, or I cut it myself. So I technically have been growing this recent natural for about 4 years. I think right now my hair is about 14 inches long. I only know this because I did a protective style challenge over the Christmas break where I was measuring it every 2 weeks. And I learned that my hair grows about an inch every 2 weeks.
And yeah. So we've both pretty much got really thick hair.
That we cut often.
Yeah.
So we probably would have a whole lot of length.
I'm not real big on cutting mine often. It's just that when I do go get mine cut, it's always more than what I'm expecting. The last lady who cut it, she blow dried it and then cut it, so I didn't realize I was losing that much hair.
See, and me on the other hand, I prefer cutting my own hair. And I do it regularly. I trim my own hair regularly, so I'm not shocked at the amount of hair that is being cut. It's generally just a little hair that is being cut about every 3 months. Just a little bit. No traumatics. No getting out the chair trying to figure out where your hair went. Because you did it yourself.
Well, see, for me, it's not usually when I get out of the chair that I'm wondering where my hair went. Because they've confused me with some sort of trickery. And magic. And I don't know, persuasiveness. It's not until I get ready to wash it after the haircut that I realize, well, wait a dang nab minute. I have lost half of my dang nab hair. I'm using dang nab because I'm trying not to cuss. I'm trying to be a better person.
For the kid.
For the kid.
I do not have those whims. I have no kid. I need not be a better person yet.
She should still be a better person.
I still got some time.
So, yeah. And actually, she cuts her own hair. And I am the resident colorist for some reason. Because usually I come up with I can usually make awesome things happen. Like I foil and everything.
So together, we are a fully qualified beautician.
Mm-hmm.
Apart, we are lazy as hell.
Basically.
Because I twist her hair and then she twists mine. But neither one of us can twist our own hair.
I can twist my own. I'd rather not. I'd rather not do that.
Long.
I also make most of like our hair butters and stuff. We are now trying other people's products because we've got. So let's be honest. We get the different subscription boxes because we like to shop. Products. Yeah,
and this saves us the need to go to a store.
Mm-hmm. And it keeps me from having to track down different brands online.
True.
Because they're coming to my house.
And in the area of Houston we stay in, we pretty much see the same products over and over again. It's not a whole lot of variety.
In Houston in general, it's really not a whole lot of variety as far as hair, as far as natural hair products. Now, if I wanted to go get a weave, I'm talking about a Brazilian Remy.
Every corner.
Right. Like I could quite possibly find a cat selling one out of the back of his trunk because I've seen it.
There's a chick on Instagram right now that is selling the bundles for the good prices. Like if I was going to buy the weave on Instagram right now.
So should you ever happen to see a weave?
Hit me up on Instagram if you need them bundles.
So yeah, that is, I guess, our hair story and a bit of extra foolishness. Now, if you work for those people, we don't know nothing about no bundles. I don't know where the hair is coming from. So yeah.
I think that's it. I think we hit the foolishness and got ahead of the wall.
So
if you have any questions, feel free to ask us in the comments. Subscribe, like, follow us on Twitters, follow us on Instagrams, friend us on Facebook.
Hit me up on the Pinterest.
My Pinterest is mostly food and clothes. I guess I could add that. You like food and clothes? You can follow me on Pinterest.
Naturals need natural food too. Mind you, mine is a whole lot about desserts.
Same.
Because I am pretty good at making
desserts. If you're
desserts.
gonna hit me up on Pinterest, there's a recipe for chocolate butter that you should try. Shit's awesome.
There's also a recipe on my Pinterest for a
pumpkin donuts.
And
it's no longer the season for that, but pumpkin donuts just sound
there is
all
a
the
recipe for a lemon cake that is awesome. Like, when I say awesome, awesome. So yeah, comment, rate, subscribe. Like. We'll put the link for the Naturally Supreme down below.
And they're actually based in Houston.
Mm-hmm.
But they do have a website where you can have them shipped to your house.
Oh, and you may be seeing a video come later on this week because I have decided to go see Uncle Funky's daughter. Because, again, they're based in Houston and I just want to see what they're about.
They're like 10 minutes away.
Right.
Why not?
So why not try? And I was able to get an appointment for Friday. Mm-hmm. That's right, y'all.
So that video would probably be up around Saturday? Sunday.
Yeah. And we'll see how it goes. So, all right. This is our last video for the night, so we'll see you next time. Bye, YouTube.